This video will show you how to create MCQ questions using Google Form. The first thing is what you have to do is open Google and just type with Google Form. So it will show you the list of different links that will take you to Google Form page. So once this is done, just click on this first part. It will take you to Google Form website. And once this is done, go to Google Forms. Click this go to Google Forms. And it will ask you to sign in. Just sign in using your Gmail IDs. The first thing that what you have to do is at the left corner you have untitled form. So just change that to the subject title. Say my subject is Unix. I will change it as Unix followed by second internals. So now your Google form is being renamed. Once this is done, the next part what we have to do is go to this setting part and just enable this collect email address. And also enable this with limit to one response so that the students will be able to submit their forms only once and do not edit any of these options. And just then click on to this presentation part. Now here in the presentation part, you just select your shuffle question order so that the questions that what you send for the different students will be shuffled. So that will be the biggest advantage for us. So once this has been done, then go to quizzes. Ensure that you enable this so that you will be able to add the marks to each of your questions. And once this is done, it is see that you can disable all these missed questions, correct answers and points. So these will be seen by the students once they submit their forms. That means once they complete writing their MCQs, so they will be able to see this missed questions or the correct answers or point values. So it is left to you. If you would like to enable or disable, it is left to you. So as of now, I'm just going to click these two so that the students after submission of the Google form, students will be able to see only the correct answers. If not required, even you can disable it. So then just click on this save. The first part is been done. So the students will be able to type their email address. Now, as a part of it, inform the students to type their name, and by default it is going to take it as a short answer, and make sure that you enable this so that this particular name field will become mandatory. So now this part is mandatory now. So I would like to add one more field. Just click on this. Once I click on this, one more field will be enabled here. So I request the students to enter their register numbers. Register numbers. So again, by default, it will take it as a short answer, and it will ask for response validation has been added. Just say remove. It's not required for us because the register number what the students enter is alphanumeric. So I'll just remove this and again make this as mandatory required. So once you make this as mandatory, you can see that the particular field becomes mandatory. So now your email, name and register number is mandatory for the students. And I'll also enable one more field so that the students are going to specify with class name. So here, if there are two different sections, I will enable with the check boxes, drop down boxes, and I'll see that BCA E1 and BCA E2. If there is only one section, it is not required to have a drop down. You can just make use of the short answer so that the student will be able to type what is their class name. So again, make these three as mandatory. One is it's important to have the email address, and name, register number, and class name is mandatory. So once this part is completed, you have an option to add selection. So just make this as, click this as add section, so that you will have two different sections. One is, the first section is where the students can enter their name, register number, and class name. And the second section is where the students are going to take up their MCQs. Just I'll click on MCQ, this part. So now the second section is being created, and here I'm going to make use as MCQs. Now you can type the questions here. So no descriptions is required. Just make this disable. If you want to give some instructions to the students about this MCQ, just you can go ahead with MCQs, or else just click on this particular thing. So one more field will be added. Now I'll type the question. Who is the father of computer? And just click here. By default, it takes a multiple choice here. So just click that, and I'll say Von Neumann. Enter, press enter key so that it goes to the next option. Then I will type it as Ada Lovelace. Again, press enter key, it takes to the next option, Charles Babbage, and press enter key so that it takes to the fourth option, none of the above. So I have given the question part is complete now. So the next thing that what I have to do is, I have to allocate the marks for this, and I have to select one of the answer so that it becomes easy for the faculty. So the Google form itself will evaluate the forms which has been submitted by the students. So just click on this answer key and choose the correct answer. The correct answer for this question is Charles Babbage. And don't forget to give the points. If you forget to give the points, your MCQs will not be evaluated by the Google itself. So if you just give these points here, so it becomes easy for us, so that the Google itself will take the responsibility to evaluate it. So I have given 2 marks for this, and then specify done. Once you have specified with the done option, again select this 3 dots and make sure that you shuffle the options order. So what happens when you shuffle the options order, different students will be able to see these options in a different orders. See, now I have given my order as Von Neumann, Ada Lovelace, Charles Babbage, and none of the above. But when it goes to the students, when you send the link of the Google form to the students, this will not be in the same order. It will be in the different order. So it could be a benefit for the faculty, so that the students will not be able to ask their friends and get what is the correct answer. So ensure that you also click on this shuffle option. So you can notice that once I click on this, this will be enabled here. Okay. Now I would like to create one more question. Just click on this add question. One more question will be, you will have a provision where you can have one more question. So I'm going to give one more question. Who introduced Python programming? Now come to here and same thing. So the next option is we'll make it as Charles Babbage. Then okay. So repeat the same steps that what I have done in the previous method. I'll just show you. Just click on this answer key and select the appropriate answer, and make sure that you assign the marks for it, and then click on this done, and come here, click on this 3 dots, click on this shuffle option order. So now this has been done. So repeat the same number of steps based on the number of questions that you would like to give it to the students. So once all these steps are being done, the next step that what we have to do is we have to send the link. To send the link, Google Form automatically saves whatever that the activity that you do. Even you make a small changes, Google will make an auto save option. So you don't have to press Ctrl+ or any other key here. Google changes itself. So just click on this send. Now select this link button. If you click on this link option, the link for your Google Form will be created, and you can copy this link directly, or the best way that what you can do is you can shorten your URL. So just click enable this, shorten the URL. The link will be shortened, and then take this copy option and copy the same link in the Google Form. So Google Classroom. So as a part of it, once this has been done, I'll show you how to attach this into your Google Classroom. So Google Classroom. Make sure that the Google Classroom is used in the web browser rather than making use of your application, mobile application. It is best to go with the web browser. It supports with the different options. So once this has been done, you create a new class, and say continue. It will ask you for the class, then I'll say it as BCom section A1 and specify what subject that you would like to give, and then say create. So it takes a couple of seconds to just create a class. Okay, my class is created. The next thing that what I have to do is I have to assign the question which I have assigned my Google Form to the student. So just click this classwork, and you have an option to create. Click on this create and specify the assignment. Now you have an option called as add. Just click on this add and click on this link, and whatever the link that you have used to copy it, paste that link here. I'll just paste this link here and specify add link. So you will be able to see that the Google Form which we have created is being clicked here. And if you would like to give any description questions here, you just type the description question here. So first part, you can specify that you are supposed to click on this particular link and answer the MCQs. And if you would like to give the descriptive part as a questions, so you can also type the question here. So here I'm going to give an instruction that please click on the below link to answer MCQs. And the second question is, I'll specify a descriptive question. Explain fundamentals of computers. So now this could be the descriptive part. If you would like to give a descriptive part for the students, you can just go with this and give this as a descriptive part. So again, specify the titles. I'll specify the title as Unix internals. Okay, once this has been done, so you can schedule the time or you can directly assign it. Make sure that when you assign it to the students, so sometimes if you have already created the class and the students are already in the class, once you click assign, there might be a possibility where before the schedule of your examination itself, the students will able to see all the questions. So don't do this. So you can assign this at the time of your examination. So till then you can keep it as a draft, or you can also schedule it. Okay. So this is how you are going to send your link to the students. So as of now, I'll just keep this as assign. I'll assign this to the students. Once you select this assign. Now the students will be able to see their Google Forms. The second thing that what you have to do is just click on this, copy the link and send it to the respective class groups, so that the students will be able to open this and click on it and fill up the details whatever that has been asked, and they will open the Google form, submit the Google form. So this is how you can create an MCQ and copy the link, paste it in the Google Classroom. So once this part is been done, say we have started the examination at 9 o'clock and we are going to wind up our test internals at 9:20. Now you will be able to see the responses here. That means whatever the students have submitted, you'll be able to see here. So if the students have sent the responses, you will find three different columns here. So you just click on the column called as an individual. So if the students have submitted, you'll be able to see this. So click on an individual. So you'll be able to see what each students have done and what is their marks being allotted. So after 9:20, now I should stop accepting this Google form from the students. So what I have to do is after 9:20, I may give 1 or 2 minutes of grace time and then click on this accepting responses. When I click on this accepting responses, students will not be able to send any submissions. So though they try to submit the Google Forms, they will not be able to we will not be able to get this out. So after 9:20, ensure that you disable this so that the students will not be able to send the forms. So this part is very, very important. This has to be done after the completion of the test. If the test has been scheduled at 9 to 9:20, you can do this option after 9:20. Or else if you have two different parts, one is part A is a MCQ and part B is a descriptive part. For part A, if it is a MCQ, after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, so after 15 minutes you can just disable this. The students will not be able to send the Google Forms. So after the submissions, you can see the points here. So since I have created two questions, that means the 4 marks has been allotted for those two questions. So this is what you have to do after the completion of the test. So once everything is been done, you just click on this link. This will helps you to, this particular link will take you to the Google spreadsheet, and then say create. Once I say create, it links to a different spreadsheet. So here you will be able to see at what time the student have sent and what is their email address, what is the marks they have scored, name, register number, class, and what is the correct answer for this particular, what is the answer that they have given for this particular question. So each and everything will be documented in the Excel sheet itself. So we don't have to worry about the valuation part here. So this is how you can make use of your Google Forms to create an MCQs and give an internals to the students. So thank you.